The University of Kentucky is an amazing university with its own unique history, past culture, and historical value. There are many great historical works of art such as the paintings, sculptures, murals, and the architecture of the buildings themselves, all found on our beautiful campus. This year, however, one piece of art in particular has come under much scrutiny. It is one of the largest frescoes in the United States, and it is located inside the Ford Memorial Hall on our very own campus, and this famous fresco has recently been covered up. I would like to address the controversy surrounding the covering up of the fresco located in Memorial Hall 4 by Anne Rice O'Hanlon, a Lexington artist who completed the fresco in 1934. I would like to try to convince those who think it should be removed from Memorial Hall and why I believe it should stay in its historical place. I feel this historical fresco should be seen by the public and be kept as part of our university's and state's history, so that history lives in its truth, the history is honored, the history is learned, and the history does not get repeated. As stated in Keith Martin's Advocacy, Activism, and Controversial Art Lessons from Charlotte, advocacy and activism by the academic sector can help redefine the public discourse. This means that a university's public support in the way they act to something controversial can change the way the public talks about it. I believe we should show the public our historic artwork and be proud of it. I hope that those who are listening and disagree with keeping the fresco on our campus can open their mind to another viewpoint and understand that the removal of this historical fresco would result in the loss of our history, even though it was in a time of darkness with our country and having slavery present. If this fresco inside the foyer were to be removed or torn down, this would greatly impact the foyer and its building's historical value along with the importance and meaning of the building. Also, if the university were to alter an entire wall in this foyer, its historical and cultural value would be ruined. As stated in an article by Bianca Thiessen, the discarding of art must not be taken lightly. This excerpt supports the idea of being cautious when it comes to making decisions about art and something that contains a lot of culture. I believe that this fresco is a depiction of our history from the past, not what we hold as our current values and beliefs. While many people believe the fresco is prejudiced and should be removed because there are depictions of black workers in a tobacco field, black musicians playing for white dancers, and a Native American with a tomahawk, I disagree because it is showing our history that we do not want to be repeated. Our university is now in the year 2016, and we have an amazing group of diverse students from many backgrounds and countries that are giving back to their communities and empowering the University of Kentucky to be one of the top colleges in our country. This fresco is not what we hold as our current values and beliefs in society today at the University of Kentucky. However, it is a part of our history that shouldn't be forgotten. We as students are obligated to preserve our school's history that was created by previous students and professors, along with preserving our own history that we create each day. I also argue that we are obligated to preserve our historical sites and buildings on the UK campus, such as this fresco, to keep our history truthful and known. I urge the students that are against the foyer's preservation to reconsider their position and look at the space as a whole with a different viewpoint and realize the negative impact that removing the mural and deleting our history would cause. It is important for us to preserve history even in its darkest times, so it does not repeat itself. If people start erasing everything they are offended by, we are in danger of losing our history, whether it be by history repeating itself or people holding archaic views that can negatively infect our world to a greater demise in our future. I hope that my argument of common sense regarding the historical value of the fresco at Memorial Hall and not erasing our history has influenced you to change your mind about the removal of the fresco. My hope is that you may realize how important it is for us to preserve history even in its darkest times, so that it does not repeat itself. Let us all see the past in this mural and let us walk in someone else's shoes so that we may feel their experiences and change our future.